guys, today's Get Ready With Me is going to be a soft, classic holiday glam with a little bit of a twist. And of course, we're going to have an open-ended conversation because we love open-ended conversations. We love those. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again soon. Alright, you guys, I already primed my face with the usual, and I also did my eyebrows, primed my eyes, set them with powder, so we're going to hop straight into the eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Weekend Mood palette from ColourPop, and I'm going to use this color right here. It's called Late Night Talks, and I'm going to use this as a transition color. And I'm just using a transition color just to add a little bit of shape and depth to my eyes. And we're just going to make sure we blend this on the outer 2/3 of my eye. And make sure that it's nice and soft. Once you have your color where you want to place it, you want to just focus on blending out the outer corners just to make everything nice and soft. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go into my contour palette. I'm going to take this light color on a smaller blending brush. And I'm just going to make this go across my lid, pat across my lid. Just to give a nice even base. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back in with my transition color brush just to make sure there's no harsh lines, and we're gonna get straight into our eyeliner. So I have a little trick to make a nice sparkly eyeshadow liner. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a flat brush with somewhat of a straight sharp tip, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of a micellar cleansing water. This one's from Target, like that. So I'm going to shake this up, and I'm gonna take like anything that I can use is kind of like a mixing palette. I kind of like to use the back of empty eyeshadow like cases because they have the little divots in them, and you can just add a couple drops of add a couple drops of micellar water. Grab your favorite shimmery shadow. I am going to use here we go. I'm gonna use one of the shimmery shadows from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take this one right here at the ends, and I'm just gonna take a little bit. You guys can't see it, but I'll just explain what I'm doing. I'm just gonna take a little bit of it and kind of flick it off into the pan, and then you're gonna start here. You see it, right? I want to show without spilling it. If you guys can see that right there with the micellar water mixed with the eyeshadow, you're just gonna mix it. And you should get a nice, once it's nice and thoroughly mixed, you should get a nice like gel eyeliner consistency. Once you have that, you'll be able to have a nice sparkly eyeliner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a little cat eye. And if you feel as if it's not pigmented enough, don't be afraid to add a little bit more eyeshadow. I feel like this one is still a little bit, we love the sparkles, we love sparkles, that's all I'm gonna say. We love glitter, we love sparkles. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Mix this up. There we go. This is a nice gel eyeliner consistency, like I said, and we're gonna add a nice golden as you guys can see. You have a nice sparkly eyeliner. Alright, once you have the shape that you are happy with, I'm going to repeat on the other eye and we'll be right back. Alright, I finished my eyeliner. Got one on this side, one on this side. So pretty, so sparkly. We love sparkles. So what we're gonna do for our face base, we're gonna use the Fenty Beauty. This is the Eavesdrop Blur Smooth Intense Stick, and I'm in the color 13. And we're just gonna apply this as usual. There we go. A little bit around my eyebrows. And I'm going to buff this into place with my foundation brush. And I just like to apply a little bit more. These are places where I need a little bit more coverage, which might be like right here and across my chin. Just apply a little bit more there. I love this because it's buildable coverage. And in places where I'm trying to build the coverage, I use strictly stamping motions just to blur it out. Just to blur everything out, make it nice and pretty. Don't forget to blend your foundation around your ears and down your neck. Alright, perfect. We'll be right back. Alright, you guys, we're back. I am actually using the e.l.f. This is the Putty Blush. I'm using the Putty Blush brush. And I already applied most of it, but I just want to add a little bit more because I love this color. And I apply it in like a half moon shape, so along my temples and about to the tops of my cheekbones, like that. So we're gonna get into our topic for our open-ended conversation. My topic for today is, how do you live your best life? Maintaining positivity in the face of adversity or anything that's trying to block your path, block your way. First thing that I wrote is, you're supposed to stay humble. Do not forget where you came from. Our upbringing molds us into our adult selves. Let that be the guideline for where you choose to build yourself up to be. And then I also wrote, choose to build yourself up always. Never stop working towards your goals. Be a better person than you were yesterday, or than you were in the past. So what that means to me, while I get on my concealer, is you always want to focus on keeping it pushing, if that makes sense. I am a firm believer in staying true to your own goals. I'm a firm believer in maintaining a sense of peace, a sense of positivity to achieve your goals. And I am also a firm believer in letting your past, whether it be good, bad, somewhere in the middle, let that be the guideline for where you want to be in your life. I honestly can say that I'm proud of my growth. I can see the changes in myself. I can see how I've become even more goal oriented than I was in the past, and how I have personally become more forthright and more like get up and get at it with my goals. I just want to focus for this one. I am the type of person now more than ever where my goals are non-negotiable, just based on where I come from, what I've experienced in the past. And it's just so important for me to get up no matter what is facing, what I'm facing, what is in the way. For me, it's a non-negotiable, and it's something that I have to do to get up, face it, get through it, and keep on going. Like I said, you gotta keep it pushing. But I'm just dampening my beauty blender with a little bit of water. Don't forget, make sure you squeeze that water through to make sure that it's nice and hydrating. And we're gonna blend out our concealer in a second. But it's just so important for me to stay goal oriented no matter what is thrown in my way, to try to deter me, to try to stop me, to try to block me. I'm going to keep going. Just know these Get Ready With Me's will always be out between Thursday and Sunday, no matter what. But I'm just blending out my concealer in the usual pattern, being sure to take care and be careful around my eyeliner so that I don't smudge it. Then as soon as I get that blended out to my liking, I'm going to take powder puff, of course, and I'm going to take a little bit of my setting powder, and I am going to there's a lot going on over here. I had to get a little bit more out. A little bit. Oh, went on my face. But I'm going to take my powder and I'm just going to set my face, starting with right under my under eyes. Again, being careful for my eyeliner. We're just going to set everything in place. Then I'm going to take this smaller powder brush and I'm just going to further bake under my eyes just a little bit more. So we're going to repeat this on the other eye. But I'm going to try to talk while I do this. But it's just so important to remember where you came from, all that you've been through, all that you seek to become. And like I said, let that be a guideline for where you want to go. And let that mold you and mold your success and how far you want to go. But I'm just blending out my concealer. Again, in the usual pattern. Make sure you blend until those edges are nice and soft. Then apply your setting powder. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more. And just lightly make it to the eyes. So, the next thing I wrote for my open-ended conversation, hold on, let me move my water. Next thing I wrote is, know who you are and know that you're worthy. And what I wrote with that is that I said, don't let anyone take credit for your success, plagiarize you, don't let anybody downplay you. Know that your success is your creativity always, and that basically everyone has something unique to give to the world, and everybody has something that's special about them that I don't want to say you can capitalize on, but that's kind of like, that's your, how do they say it? Their je ne sais quoi. That's your focal point of yourself, your being, who you are as a person. If you want me to be honest, I have been called weird ever since I can remember, because I always found it weird to try to make myself fit in, if that makes sense. Trying to, how I would honestly say it, dull myself down and try to fit in with the rest of the crowd, be like everyone else. It's always made me uncomfortable. It's made me feel weird. it's actually, honestly, it brings me a slight bit of anxiety to try to conform, mold myself into what society or what other people may want of me. It, like I said, it brings me a little bit of anxiety because it's like I know deep down, my inner conscience, my inner being knows I'm not being myself, and it's not something that's comfortable for me. It's not something that's natural. I don't get any of my sparks of creativity or any of my natural, like, sparkles, rainbows, sunshines, and hearts and sparkles. I don't get any of that when I am trying to basically fit in. It's more or less about me trying to, like, basically overregulate myself to make sure, okay, am I doing this right? Am I doing this like it? All of that is just, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel as if it's a waste of time. I've said it before, I said it again, I'll say it again. We all have one life to live, so you owe it to yourself to be yourself and be the comfortable version of yourself, not what society wants from you, what other people want from you. You owe it to yourself to be your 100% true self. Even if people call you weird, it's like, I think it's cool to be weird. If I can honestly say, in my opinion, I've rarely seen people get anywhere by getting farther up towards their goals or achieving anything being like everyone else. If anything, those people who achieved their goals and got up somewhere, like, in a higher place than where they started, they thought outside of the box. They used their creativity. They used what other people might see as weird. They used that spark in them to create something new that would take them to the top, not, again, by being like everybody else. But I'm just gonna blend out my nose contour. Honestly, just to wrap that up, I'm beginning to take it as a compliment. Well, I've always kind of taken it as a compliment. I honestly take it as a compliment. People call me weird, because that means that I am not fitting into this societal mold. I'm not fitting into the box. I'm being that's kind of like a place marker to let me know, okay, I'm being myself today, because I know myself to be a little bit of what I feel as if society would say is out of the box, a little bit different, but different is good. So now that I have my whole face, everything like that set, I'm gonna take my contour brush. I'm gonna take Juvia's Place bronze palette in tan. I'm gonna take that top color, and I'm just gonna start adding shape to my face and contouring my face. When I contour, of course, I'm gonna go down my cheekbones, across my forehead, down other cheekbone, like so. You want to make sure that you're pushing the product into your face. That creates a more seamless blend. And along the sides of my chin, just blend that out. And I'm gonna wipe away any excess powder that is under my eyes. Make sure you're bringing that straight up to keep that shape that you blended your concealer out in. Your nose, forehead. And that's just gonna further soften the line of the contour that you just placed by blending all of that out. Alright, perfect. Alright. And then when I do my contour, sometimes I like to go back in with my foundation brush, whatever is left, and just make sure that my foundation is blended out underneath my contour, and also just to kind of make sure that that contour is in the correct shape. Remember, we always go up our cheekbones, especially having a little round face like mine. It gives nice definition and shape to your face. And just gonna blend a little bit more. Don't forget across your forehead. Then I'm going to go into my bronzer. My bronzer is the Anastasia. This is the Glow Kit in Sun Dips, my favorite. And I am going to use the color Bronze and just bronze up my face. Add a little bit of shimmer, a little bit extra dimension. We love sparkles. Alright, perfect. Officially bronzed our face. So now that all of that is done, I'm actually going to just cover my hair up so I don't get it wet. I'm going to push it back off your hairline. And we are going to set our face with a little bit of Mario Badescu. This is the facial spray with aloe, sage, and orange. And then we're gonna fan this dry and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Our face is nice and dry, hydrated. We, you know, the setting spray, we fanned it dry, but I love it because it adds a nice hydrating glow to the face. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my mascara. This is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Hella Thick mascara in the shade Cause I'm Black. I love this mascara, actually. New favorite mascara. I'm just gonna apply. Nice coat. And honestly, one coat of this mascara, as you guys can see the difference? Beautiful. Love it. So I'm just gonna apply. Coat on this side. Making sure that I thoroughly coat the lashes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply, of course, a nice wispy set of cat eyelashes. I'm actually going to use these right here. And I'm going to grab my duo glue, brush on, of course. Make sure that you kind of bend the packaging so you can just pull them straight off. You don't bend them or anything like that. Make sure they stay to the nice shape of your eye. And I'm just going to grab a pair of tweezers. Grab a pair of tweezers, and I'm going to brush on the lash glue. And I only let this dry because the brush on adhesive dries the fastest. Maybe 5 to 10 seconds tops. Alright. Now that this is dry, just gonna place that. Oops. It's a little bit of stickiness. There we go. On the inside of this lash. Or not the inside of the lash, the inside of the tweezers. A little excess glue got there. So we're just gonna place this right on our outer lash line. And I like these because they have a nice like flat edge to them, so I can kind of just press and shape the lashes into my lash line. Just push them into my lash line. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the other eye, and we're gonna get into the last topic of our open-ended conversation. The last thing that I wrote was, find strength in your abilities. You are as strong as every positive trait that you have. Know that you are worthy. Again, you're worthy of anything that you seek to achieve, you seek to become, and use that positivity, use those positive strengths as the how can I say, use that as the blueprint to what you want to be the focal point of your success, what you want to be the focal point of what you choose to become. One of my most strongest positive traits, like I said previously, is my creativity. I feel like that's the focal point of my success, what I choose to become, what I seek to become, because I think outside of the box. I think in a very abstract way. I think in a very, like I said, avant-garde, something a little bit different than what the other part of the world might think. But does that necessarily mean that it's wrong to think that way? No, but I just see the world through a little bit of a different lens. So let me just apply this lash really quick before it dries too much. And actually, what I love about this, if a piece of your lash dries a little bit too much and it doesn't stick to your eye, you could just go around the edges because it's a nice pointy brush and just further put that lash into place. Perfect. So I'm just gonna apply one more coat of my Fenty Beauty Holistic mascara just to make sure that literally my lashes are beautiful and hella thick, literally, and defined. I'm mainly focusing this on my natural lashes, not necessarily the half lashes, but my natural lashes, to make sure that they are nice and pretty. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get into my bottom eyeshadow. We always do bottom eyeshadow to make sure everything is, again, cohesive, congruent. I'm taking the Sephora 12-hour colorful crayon. This is in the color Coconut. I love this to brighten the waterline. Perfect. And then I'm going to go back with that same small blender brush color and right back into my Weekend Mood palette. And I'm actually going to use the color Late Night Talks again. It's this color right here. Tap off the excess. Just blend right on the outer corner. Of the lashes. I feel like this is a perfect opportunity. I'm kind of creasing a little bit right there. So this is a perfect opportunity to just show you guys how I fix any eyeshadow that might be creasing under my eye, or like eye makeup products. I love to use this little doe foot soft blender brush to first blend out the crease. Once I have that blended out, I just like to take a dab more of concealer, just a little bit more. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender, just the edge of it. Blend back over that crease. And then take that same brush and just set with powder. And if I feel as if, okay, my under eyes might be creasing a little bit, don't be afraid to go back in and just let them set with a little bit of powder. And just let that sit for a couple minutes. So I'm gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. We're gonna get right back into our eyes, finish up the makeup look, to finish up our open-ended conversation. I'll be right back. See you guys soon. Alright, you guys, I'm back. Only thing I did differently is after I let that set, I just wiped away the excess powder with that same brush, and I applied a little bit of my hella thick mascara right to my under eyes. One coat is enough for my under eye eyelashes. They're nice and defined, nice and pretty. So that is gonna actually, hold on, I'm going to just add a little bit of an inner corner highlight, and I'm going to use this flat brush, and I'm going to go into my Weekend Mood palette again, and I'm going to use this color Blitzed Out, which is a nice glittery eyeshadow color. I'm just gonna use this on my inner corners just to brighten them up a little bit. All right, perfect. So, oh, excuse me. So, moving into my highlighter, I'm gonna go back into my Anastasia. This is the Glow Kit in Sun Dips. I'm gonna use the color Summer just on the high points of my cheeks. I'm gonna use a little bit on my brow bone. A little bit on my cupid's bow. A little bit on my temples. Ooh. Favorite highlighter. Alright, perfect. So what I'm gonna do, I do this a little bit differently. I like to do this last now. I am going to contour my nose. So I'm gonna go back to my Juvia's Place. This is the bronze palette in tan. I'm gonna take that same color I used to contour on my contour nose brush, and I'm just going to lightly contour my nose. Perfect. And then I'm going to again go back to my highlighter, and I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose. I like to right as a point of my nose and right down the bridge of my nose. Perfect. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get into my lip color, and this is the Nika K Auto Lip Liner. This is in the color, I think, Choco, my favorite. I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm bringing the lip liner, so I can show you guys. I'm kind of bringing it in because we are going to apply her lip, and I just use this definition to my lip liner. Pretty. And then I'm going to take this LA Colors. This is a nice lipstick. It's in the color Victory. It's a really pretty red color. I'm just going to apply that right with the lip liner and make sure everything is blended out. And that is the look, you guys. That's my classic soft glam for the holidays, a little bit of a twist. I'm going to now just style my hair and finish up that open-ended conversation for you guys. Like I said, the 3 main points that I made was to stay humble, just always remember who you are, where you came from, what you seek to become, who you seek to be. Know that you are worthy. Basically, don't let anyone downplay you. Don't let anybody try to like push you out of your spot. Don't let anybody try to take credit for anything that you come up with, anything that you create, anything that you have made out of your creativity, out of your uniqueness, out of your like I said, your je ne sais quoi. You just want to be yourself always. Know that you're worthy being 100% yourself. Don't change yourself to fit into any mold, any standard. I feel like you're the best when you be yourself. And last thing I wrote was find strength in your abilities. Your positive traits is what's going to take you to the top. Your positive traits are what's going to get you the success you seek to achieve. Ooh, let me just grab a brush. Hold on a second. But I'm a firm believer in just using, I said my kindness, but I also think one of my strengths and my positive traits is my creativity. Wait, what did I just say? Think. Actually, let me rephrase that. I think I said that one of my positive traits is my creativity, but I also think one of my positive traits is my kindness. So let your kindness and your creativity, or whatever you see yourself, I hope that you would be kind. I hope that you would have creativity as well. But everything that you have that is positive within you, use that to the best of your abilities to achieve everything that you want to become, all your goals, whatnot, everything that you seek to achieve. So again, just make sure you stay positive in the face of adversity. Anybody trying to get in your way, anybody trying to stop you from doing what you love to do, just make sure that you keep pushing. You do it as yourself. You do it with kindness. You do it with humility. You do it with gratitude, and you just keep going, keep pushing. I always say you gotta keep it pushing. You gotta keep going towards what you want, what you love to do, what you seek to become, because that's what life is about. That's what you should take pride in. That's what you should love to do. Love doing what you love to do. So again, this is my classic soft holiday glam with a little bit of a twist. We have a nice sparkly golden eyeliner. We love that. So again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Merry Christmas, because I probably won't be uploading content. I want to enjoy the holidays with my family and whatnot. So if I don't see you guys anywhere around Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Make time for your family, make time for your friends, make time for the people that you care about, the people that you love. Remember, hearts and sparkles for everybody, and just stay guided, stay peaceful, and I will see you guys again next week. I probably, just to explain a little bit more, I'll still put out some content later in the week after the holidays, so you guys will still see me that week, but I want to take the time to have Christmas with my family, like I said, the people that I care about, the people that I love. So I'll see you guys again soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later. Bye. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.